So today I have my black belt Tim with me. He hasn't been in one of the videos since, I think you're probably a purple belt. If you scan through there, you'll find him there. But Adam did not show up for class tonight, so Tim is my stand-in. So we're going to jump into a side control position. So I've gotten a lot of questions from a lot of people asking about, like, they're getting smashed when someone's passing. So I'm going to show you a simple little grip focus that might be useful to you. So let me show you what happens. So let's say that Tim's passing my guard. This is a situation that a lot of people get into, right? The guy's coming in and they get here and then all of a sudden they fight. The person gets the grips and then eventually, plop, right? They get flattened out. Does this happen to you? If it does, well then here's something to think about. So here's a sort of an idea that I always think about. I'm always trying to control inside position with the grips. If you guys are on my email newsletter, you know that I'm crazy about grip fighting. If you're one of my students, you know that I preach grip fighting all the time. And the grip fighting just isn't on the feet, it's down here on the ground as well. So one of the things I want to do is I always want to try to, if possible, there are exceptions to it, control the inside position. And so when I'm coming in, a lot of times I see people pushing on the hip. And the hip can be fine in some cases, but in this initial battle, when he just got past my legs, boom. If I go to the hip here, which I see sometimes, notice what happens. He can grab a hold of my collar, okay? If it's no-gi, he'll grab a hold of my neck. The problem with this is now my upper body's controlled, he can pull me in, boom, and control me. If Tim wanted to, I could be locked out here all I want to. He could block my hip and just drop his hip down, boom, right into position. So what I tend to focus on and what's given me, this helped me out a lot, you know, as blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, black belt, is to focus on this hand. So let's say Tim is coming across here, okay? First things first, we want to get to that iron squirrel position. Again, my buddy Jason Keaton, he gave me that term for it, bringing our arms in and then staying tight. What this is doing, first off, this is making sure that my arms are staying on the inside instead of getting caught on the outside, which is going to be good for him, right? So from here, inside. Now, my focus is on this arm. So what I'll typically do is as he's coming in, I'll focus on really cupping, making a little hook and cupping the bicep here and keeping this arm from getting a hold of my collar. Because I don't want it grabbing my collar, I don't want it grabbing my neck. Now, in the worst case scenario that it does get a hold of my collar, if I'm on the inside, I'm still in a strong spot. Because if he tries to pull me in, I can fight against this. If my hand's on the outside, he's got control of my upper body. So I'll fight here. And this usually makes it easier. So even if he's trying to drop his chest towards me, I still have space to bring that bottom knee in, and then I can work into my guard position. You got a partner who's pushing your guard. When we turn towards him and meet him, okay? And again, I'm focusing on this arm. A lot of times I'll even double up on it, okay? Even if he was to switch and go to like a Case Katami style position here, I'm still not that worried about it because I've still blocked this. I still have space. If he gets to a good Case Katami position where he grabs the tricep, but notice what happened. He got on the inside. So again, that's the problem. From here, I have something to work with. Someone's passing your guard. Control that arm, keep your arms on the inside, don't let them get in position. If he sort of works them in, let's say you're working your arm in, like work this arm on the inside here. If he does this, I'll work my hand back on the inside. And this will a lot of times give me the space that I need to get back here. Here's the challenge that I have for you. A lot of times when you're doing jiu-jitsu, if you break it down into like little baby chunks, it makes it a lot more manageable. Like if I say, hey, stop this person's guard pass, that can be a big thing. Like, man, he just comes in with so much pressure. I don't know that I can do that. But if I said to you, just control that arm and don't let it get a hold of your position. So just control this arm only, and no matter what he does, go ahead. Switch hips, just don't let it get on the inside and just see what happens. A lot of times you'll notice that they're never able to secure that strong side control cross side position. Even if he tries to switch his hips and go over top here, like try to reach over for a Kimura position, it can still be difficult to do that by controlling this arm here. And a lot of space opens up. So the challenge to you is, I'm rattling off all kinds of stuff, is to fight that arm. Just see what happens. I'm not saying it's gonna fix all of your problems from side control, but you might find that by focusing on just that one thing, that then all of a sudden like, oh wow, maybe I can open up some more space from this like position and maybe they don't pass as easily. And then what that does is then that allows you to actually stop the pass. So next time you guys are rolling, if you're having trouble getting smashed in side control, the person's passing your guard and you're getting smashed, put a little focus on that arm that's coming across it. That's the one that grabs a hold of your neck. That'll leave you a lot of space to move around, maneuver, and keep yourself alive on the bottom there so you don't get stuck in the bottom of cross-eyed side control. So give that a try and see what happens. Just make your goal that day. come in and do that and see what happens and see if that helps you stay out of the side control position. So I'm finished rambling. Tim, thank you for the video, buddy. I'm not gonna, Tim. I have a room full of black belt Pokemon. They just say their name. Talk to you next time, guys.